Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Baal Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Baal Hashem, Rakakwadash, double honors to the apostles, the elders, salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching in truth and sincerity. Lesson will be entitled Part 2, Last Generation, Watch Over Her. Lord will, you are edified.
Today you go through drive-thrus, you get your groceries delivered, you get packages delivered to your door. Why would you?
Well, guys, we don't see cases like...
Video was inspired from the YouTube platform Twisted Crimes. Video entitled 16-year-old pregnant teen killed by 36-year-old father of her unborn child and her 19-year-old new boyfriend in a joint effort. Fair use.
This very often involving victims at such a young age. Now both of these suspects are facing 2 counts of first-degree murder.
Please state your name and date of birth.
Jarrell Davis.
But I did want to inform you that it is 2 counts of murder, 1 count of sexual conduct with a minor. We have updated your paperwork and we'll be giving you your new updated paperwork. Did you have any questions?
What's the second count?
So the alleged victim in this case was pregnant. So that would be the second count.
That was the baby.
Correct.
Surprised that y'all called me and my family down here to do this, but ain't no faith there.
This bizarre story will take us into the world of 16-year-old Zariah Dodd. The man who got her pregnant planned with her current boyfriend to kill her while she was 22 weeks pregnant because they both did not want her to have the baby. Yes, you heard right. Her baby daddy planned with her current boyfriend to kill her.
It's sick that you would take another child's life because you don't want the proof to come out.
When I heard that it happened, I immediately knew he had something to do with it.
Gerald Davis, 36 years old, impregnated 16-year-old Zariah Dodd, then broke up with her after she told him about the pregnancy, then later decided to get rid of her and the baby when he got into trouble for impregnating a minor. The pregnant teen was in fear of her unborn baby's father and tried her best to make it known to people around her and the authorities, but unfortunately it was too late before anyone could do anything. How in the world did her unborn baby's father convince her new boyfriend to kill her? Let's find out. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories. This story takes us to Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix is the capital of the southwestern U.S. state of Arizona. Known for its year-round sun and warm temperatures, it anchors a sprawling, multi-city metropolitan area known as the Valley of the Sun. Zariah Dodd was a young teen who was trying to make the best out of her life. She did not have the best early life most teens had. She ran away from home at a young age. She lived in many group homes but finally found a group home which she integrated in. She was treated great and was happy with her life at that time.
If I know you're in a better place, why does it still feel
She met 36-year-old Gerald Davis. Gerald was someone who specialized in manipulating young kids. Court documents show that a 19-year-old Davis was accused of having sex with a 14-year-old girl. He was sentenced to 10 years of probation. He found his way into Zariah's life and made sure he ruined it. Zariah reported to her caseworker at the group home that Gerald had threatened her with a gun to have sex with him in December of 2024.
Later said, but I'm scared to speak up. I'm 16. I'm pregnant by him. She firmly said in the message, he told me if I said anything that he had people that would kill me. I immediately turned that over to police the next day.
She later got pregnant with his baby. That is not surprising because he is known to have numerous criminal history, including numerous sexual abuse allegations involving minors dating back to 2007. One as recent as August 2024. Zariah embraced her pregnancy and was looking forward to being a mother despite the circumstances of the pregnancy. She already had another boyfriend at the time named Jeffrey James Gillett. Jeffrey was 18 years old. At this time, Zariah's caseworker was taking her case up even though Gerald had disappeared on her. He warned her that if she made any more mention of his name to anyone, he would take her out. As a known gang member, she was scared of him. She still tried to find him despite him hiding from her. It can be seen in this message how scared she was. Zariah described Gerald as a gang member who provided her with marijuana to smoke, and was known to carry an AK-47. Gerald got word that the authorities were on him, so he planned to do something to her. The weird thing was that he contacted her current boyfriend Jeffrey. They orchestrated a plan to eliminate Zariah and eventually did. Jeffrey persuaded her to meet him outside the house. When she did, Gerald and Jeffrey picked up the teen who was 22 weeks pregnant at the time. Zariah was declared missing when she did not return back to group home. She was later found dead in a field with a gunshot injury to her head. It took 4 days before they identified her. Her father told news outlet that he felt traumatized and was left feeling disgust over the situation.
But how did Zariah Dodd get from a group home in Surprise to a park in Maryvale where she was found shot and killed?
Surprised that y'all called me and my family down here to do this, but ain't no faith there.
A struggle for Silquane Bernard to stay optimistic, hoping his daughter gets justice. The pregnant teen found dead with a gunshot wound at Maryview Park in Phoenix on the morning of July 5th.
I don't believe she was murdered there. I believe she was dumped there.
In Phoenix PD's media advisory, officials list the victim as an adult woman.
They had stated it was a 20-year-old woman found in the park. They never even mentioned anything about pregnancy. It was just of 20-year-old woman found in the park.
But the case report number provided to Fox 10 by Phoenix PD matches the same case number that Zariah's family has been given. Again, she was 16 years old and left Sunrise Residential in Surprise at 8 p.m. on July 4th, reportedly telling staff she was going for a walk. The group home called police just after midnight of the 5th. Her body discovered later that morning in Phoenix.
All we've ever wanted to do is get Zariah, raise her, and make sure she was a productive citizen out here.
Her uncle Eric Polk says her family tried to get custody of her after she had lived in numerous group homes, but were met with challenges by the Department of Child Safety.
Are my glasses straight?
I'm glad you guys are picking up the story because, again, this is her story, but this is many other stories that are happening to these kids and these teens that are not being watched after. How in the hell does a 16-year-old get pregnant in the system?
Police could not connect the dots, but finally did weeks later.
So her parents failed her, which is her family, and the system.
And they arrested Gerald Davis and Jeffrey James Gillett. On July 15th, Gerald was arrested and found to have 2 guns on him, including a Bursa .380 pistol that matched bullet fragments discovered during Zariah's autopsy. Investigators also recovered cell phone messages between the 2 suspects discussing the body found in the park and even photos from the crime scene. On July 31st, James Gillett was arrested, and police say he confessed to the murder, claiming Gerald ordered him to shoot Zariah, or he would kill them both. Gerald denied.
All right, so let's go to, of course, basic scriptures. Matthew chapter 24, Salakia. And verse 12. And because iniquity, which is sin, shall abound, everywhere, the love of many shall wax cold. People are psychotic. People don't give a fuck. They have no morals, no values. Their moral compass is destroyed. And some are born not to have one because their parents are not doing anything to instill morals in them. The system has brought on what? Nihilism to the people. And when you investigate nihilism, it goes into no morals, okay? More so people are in a beast-like manner. Anything pleasing the flesh. So again, and because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Case in point, 16-year-old pregnant, teen killed by 36-year-old father of her unborn child and her 19-year-old new boyfriend. Which brings me to Genesis chapter 6 and verse 5. In the NLT, Yahweh observed the extent of people wickedness on the earth, and he saw that everything they thought or imagined was consistently and totally evil. Everything they thought or imagined, such as these two coming with a strategy or a game plan to off this 16-year-old woman. Let's continue. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 28 and 54. So that the man that is tender among you brotherly and very delicate brotherly, his mind shall be evil toward his brother and toward the wife of his bosom. And our case in point, 36-year-old father of her unborn child and her 19-year-old new boyfriend were in a joint effort to plot and execute her murder. And toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Let me jump up to verse Check this out. Deuteronomy 28:34. So that you shall be mad for the sight of your eyes, which you shall see. All this bullshit that's going around in this present time, right? In this present time, because mainly Deuteronomy 28 is actually going into the event of the Roman persecution when the pagan Rome Empire sacked Jerusalem. But we can also apply these scriptures into our current time because the pagan Rome Empire is back. We're back. And of course, history repeats itself because of the concept of reincarnation. But the point is, so that you shall be mad for the sight of your eyes, which you shall see. You shall be mad, you know. And that can transpire in a form of you becoming upset or this shit just making you outright crazy, right? Look at this, man. A 16-year-old pregnant teen killed by 36-year-old father of her unborn child and her 19-year-old new boyfriend in a joint effort. This is madness. This is madness. So that you shall be mad for the sight of your eyes, which you shall see. All right, so let's go into the GNT for Sirach chapter 26. And we're going to jump down to verse 10. If your daughter is determined to have her own way, keep a close watch on her. You're supposed to watch her, right? Especially when she's rebellious and defiant. You're supposed to watch her even more. If you don't, she'll take advantage of any chance she gets. And what happened? She ran away, and within the process of time, she met that 36-year-old, and he got her pregnant. If she is too self-willed, be on guard and don't be surprised if she disappoints you, such as she's smoking weed, she's in a group home, and she got pregnant by a 36-year-old gang member. She'll spread her legs anywhere for any man, that 36-year-old man, and more than likely her current boyfriend who is 19. She'll spread her legs anywhere for any man who wants her, and not to mention her past history prior to those two, just as a thirsty traveler would drink whatever water is available. He's desperate. Okay, this thirsty traveler is desperate. Okay, and dealing with this this child. Well, she's not a child, of course. She's a woman at 16, but she was desperate. Okay, she came from, an unfortunate circumstance, and we don't know what triggered her to leave home. My opinion, honestly, she could have been getting molested. Someone in that household could have molested her, and she was running from that. I don't know. I'm just saying. And then another key point, where was the mom at? Where was her mother? Is she still alive? Is she incarcerated? Or she just wasn't fucking with her? But anyway, her family failed her, and then the system. Because if the family did what they supposed to have been doing, okay, she never would have got into the system. And once you get into the system, it's hard to get out. Let's go to, that's pretty much it on that. Let's jump to Sirach chapter 7. And verse 24. If you have daughters, keep them virtuous, meaning instill into them morals, and don't be too indulgent with them, meaning don't expose them to any wickedness. When you give your daughter in marriage, you have finished a great task, especially in this day and time. But give her to a sensible man, and sensible men are the men that are following the law, statutes, and the commandments to the best of their abilities. Walking in the Spirit, meaning walking in Yahushua. All right. Lord will, this was an edifying lesson. This world is only going to get worse. This I promise. Shalom.